What's good, Panther Nation? It's your boy Myron McRae, aka Tornado McRae, across the skies of the internet, here with another episode of Panther Pride TV. One-stop shop for all your Panther notifications and your Panther obligations. And happy Tuesday to all of y'all. Hope y'all have a fantastic day. Hope everything's going smooth for you. And let's get into today's docket. And honestly, there's a little bit more residual information I think y'all will enjoy coming from Sunday's win. As I saw on Panthers.com, and they listed out, there are a few records that actually occurred on Sunday, which I thought were kind of cool. And I just thought y'all might like to know this information as well, man. So here's just a few more highlights from Sunday, and let's get into it. And first things first is, one, coming back from 17-0, that is tied for our largest comeback in franchise history. And we've come back from 17-0 three other times. Twice was, let's see, it's like, one time was actually in, let's say, 2000. Yep. One time it was 2003 with Jake Delhomme, and then another time was 2004. And then the last one happened to be in 20, let's say, the last time was 2018 against Philly. So I think that's pretty cool at looking at those numbers like that. Then you have Rico Dowdle's 206 yards just rushing alone, which is tied for the second most rushing yards in franchise history, tied along Jonathan Stewart. And the only person that has more is D'Angelo Williams, who had 210 versus New Orleans in 2012. Hey, Dowdle's in good company. And I'm actually kind of shocked that Chuba's never gotten there. So, hey, you never know. Then Dowdle's 234 from scrimmage is the third most in franchise history, only behind Christian McCaffrey's 237 appearances. Our 19 rush yards allowed is the second lowest in franchise history, which is crazy. And the last time we did that was the only time we allowed lower was when we played Washington in 2015, and we allowed 14 rushing yards versus Washington. And then 1.36 yards per rush attempt. That's the second lowest that we allowed in a game since 1996. That's when our team record was 1.11 versus Philly. And that's really, really cool. And this one was interesting to me. We were given a first down by a penalty 6 times, which is tied for the second most in franchise history. And the only time we got more was back in, most recently, the record was 7, which happened in 2023 versus Houston. And we did that actually again in 2020. So those are some cool stats that I thought were fun to watch. And the penalty thing, I don't know if y'all know this. We actually have a plus 12 penalty differential in the NFL right now, which has us second best in the league. So we are actually really good at getting other teams to commit penalties against us. And we actually are in favor of the penalty game. Kind of shocker when you think about how bad we played on the road at times, but then how we've been able to be undefeated at home. So I don't know. But I think that bodes well, the fact that we are in the positive in terms of penalty differential. It's good, but I needed to translate. If we have positives in the penalty differential, I need us to have positives in a lot more other areas, and I think that would look better on the team. But, hey, you got to start somewhere, and having other teams more penalized than us, that's a good start. But, secondly, we're going to go ahead and get into the big news that we've all been happy for. We've all been excited. Jalen Coker's window to return is now open. My dog Coke Zero is set to come back soon. The window is now open. I'm really excited for that, and I think that just helps out the offense even more to see his return. And here's what Coach Canales had to say about Jalen Coker's return coming back, and he says this: "We're going to throw some workloads at him and kind of increase it each day to see where he's at. We'll make the best decision for Jalen, make the best decision for the team as we go forward through this week. They're doing a great job with him, monitoring his progress, his top speeds, his endurance, just general physical conditioning for football. But now we've got to play football to be able to prove that we can bring him up. And I love the fact that Jalen Coker is coming back. What I don't want to happen is for it to be at the expense of other people. Because Coker's coming back, I don't want to not see Jimmy Horn on the field. I want to see Coker and Jimmy Horn on the field because Coker, to me, is very similar in play style and usage in the offense as David Moore. Honestly, slightly better in my opinion. I think Coker is the better of the two. Because you have Renfro, who is a route specialist. You have T-Mac and Xavier, who are the big bodies you go to. You have Jimmy Horn, who is the speedster. And Coker, to me, is that intermediate guy that you want to go to. He's a bit like how Adam Thielen was. And to me, like I said, he's a better version of David Moore in my eyes. So he can become that intermediate specialist that has decent to good size. He isn't bigger than T-Mac or Xavier, but he isn't small like Renfro and Jimmy Horn. So he's that real good intermediate guy you can trust over the middle. You can trust on certain routes, like digs you have a dig coming over, drag routes, so on and so forth, and you can trust him to make a play and do what he does. So I'm really looking forward to Jalen Coker coming back. I'm really hoping everything goes smooth. And, man, it's just good to see him back. And it's good to see healthy players coming back. It's good to see the Panthers getting depth at certain positions again, especially skill positions. Because the way it was looking, bro, it wasn't looking good. It was like Moore's out, Chuba's out, Thielen's gone. Like, Tommy Tremble was skeptical before the season started. We didn't know if he was coming back, so thankfully he's here. And it just keeps going. Xavier went out for a week, so getting the depth back is where I'm excited. And I love having our team at full strength, and I love having all the options available because when you have T-Mac, Renfro, Coker, Xavier, and Jimmy Horn all on the field at the same time, that's 5 different style receivers that can cause 5 different types of mismatches. Somebody in that group is going to get open. Or if you take one of them off, let's say, for example, T-Mac and you put Rico or Chuba in the backfield and whatnot. Or you take him off and you put Sanders, you put Tremble, you put Mitchell Evans, either of them, or shoot, even Bryson Tremaine you put in this rotation. Like, it creates a lot of mismatches. It creates a lot of mismatches because I feel like we have people we can alternate and rotate with, and it'll create stuff that we want. So that's just my positive opinion on it. I'm happy to see Coker coming back, and I'm thrilled that he is coming back, and it's just going to look good. And thirdly, guys, time for your Panther Fantasy League update, man. And boy, hold up. First things first, before I get into this, Kansas City, I hate you. I need that to be known because I need y'all to see Kansas City only had to give Isaiah Pacheco the ball one more time. And they did it. They gave it to Kareem Hunt. And because of that, I lost 119.68 to 119.94 to leave our mark, man. I was sick. They didn't give him in a pass. They didn't give it to us. I was like, just give Pacheco the ball one more time, and I was going to get it, bro. I was going to make the comeback. Oh. And then it doesn't help because I benched Krosky Merritt, and he wants to go off for 27, so now I have to look that in the face. And I'm just like, bro, I hate you, Kansas City. I hate you. But I know, bro, I know for a fact. I know Cole was just sitting there like, please don't give him the ball no more. Please don't let me lose like this. I know he was. And I was just hoping. I was like, come on, bro. Y'all ain't going to do me like that? Y'all really going to do me like that? But let's get into it. Right now, as of this morning, I know the ESPN apps like to change things and change records and this, that, and the third. But as of this morning, these are the records as of right now. You have Levar Mark and Down since 95, both at 4 4-1. The Bryce is right. Go Getters, Horn Hub, Skitty with 2 tats, and T-Mac Tutties, and your damn Skippy are all 3-2. Better Call Hall is 2-3. Renfro re-up and the Legend of Zelda are all 1-4, and S2 is sitting at 0-5. And then when we look at the power rankings, again, these power rankings are based as of this morning, so they may change once the app updates. But right now, Down Since 95 is sitting at number 1. He was at 5 last week. Skinny with 2 tats moves up to number 2 as he was at 6. T-Mac Tutties goes up to 7 as he was sitting at 3. Leave Our Mark is still at 4. Horn Hub has dropped to number 5. Go Getters has dropped from 1 to 6. The Bryce is Right has dropped from 3 to 7. Your Damn Skippy sits at 8. Better Call Hall 9. Renfro re-up still 10. The Legend of Zelda is still 11. And S2 is still sitting at 12. So that's your Panther Pride Fantasy League update of where everything's at right now. And, hey, man, stuff can still happen. The season's still young. I've seen worse. And our Panther freeze frame of the day has to go to the dog, Xavier Leggett, catching this dot and dime of a pass from Bryce Young in the back of the end zone where only Xavier could get it. And I'm so glad he was able to just hold on to it, maintain this catch, and come up big. Shout out to him, bro. Give him a big. Good job, X. I love to see it. And now, guys, it is time for Panther Nation to speak their truth. And let's see your comments from the last video, bro. Let's see what y'all got to say. First things first comes from D. Teal. Man says, I was in the stadium and we were all dejected when we got down 17-0. And a few folks started leaving. Well, to the people that left, I don't feel sorry that they missed a great comeback. I don't, bro. Because, one, I pay for these tickets. I'm going to watch the whole game. I'm sorry. If I pay for tickets for the game, win or lose, I'm going to watch the whole game. Since I already paid for the tickets. I'm not leaving early, regardless of how bad it looks. But, hey, if that's what they saw, that if they want to leave early, that's their prerogative. They can't get mad that they missed a comeback. Next comes from Tracy Barton Barrett 4541. She says, we were actually there at the stadium. It was our first NFL game in the nosebleeds by many Dolphins fans. After that horrible start, we thought, not going to happen today again. Well, at least we didn't get rained on because there was a big storm cloud overhead at the beginning. As a Michigan native and a Lions fan my whole life, I know what it's like not to win. The past few years of wins are new to us. Interestingly enough, as the Panthers game went on, the storm cloud went away, and by the end, the sun was even peeking out. Practically lost my voice at the end, and the Panthers fans around me did too. Really excited about the team. Always things to improve on, but they can do it. Keep pounding. And that's the attitude I like, bro. I love that. And Tracy, I'm glad y'all had a great experience. You got the experience of comeback win. And you say you're a lifelong Lions fan. Hey, I respect. There are certain fans I respect. Lions fans, Cleveland fans, Raider fans. Like, there are certain fans I just have a huge admiration and respect for because that's notable history of being bad and you're still loyal. And that's what I think a lot of teams, there's a section of Panther fans that could take from that because it's like, oh, I just want us to be good. I just want us to be good. Like, why do we have to deal with mediocre? Why should we be happy with mediocre? It's like, if you're a fan, yeah, it sucks. I understand it, but that's still your team and it's still rock with them. Don't just give up on them and be like, I'm not watching anymore just because they lose. It's crazy as it's kept, and I've made many videos, even on my own channel, how I'll be fed up with certain things that happens with the Panthers, but lo and behold, I still end up coming back because that's my team and I'm going to ride with them. I'm going to stick beside them. But Tracy, I'm glad y'all had a great time and it looked like y'all had a fun blast. And then thirdly, comment comes from the dog Kareem J. Sanders. My man says, hey, my guy, I argue with all kinds of Panthers fans just with Sunday's victory. They still complain about the win. You're either with us or against us. Jeesh. I watched that game on the way home, and my blood pressure went to high, to normal, back to high on the celebration win. I couldn't have asked for more on my birthday weekend. Libra gang 10-4 all day. Keep pounding. Hey, Kareem, happy birthday to you, gang. Hey, Libras all day. Happy birthday to you, my boy. I'm glad your birthday weekend was better than mine, because that New England game was not a great birthday present for me, but I'm glad you had a great birthday present. And also, remember, y'all, and I got to get back on doing this too, because I feel as though I've slacked and I don't want to slack anymore. So please hold me accountable. If your birthday's coming up, put it in the comment section so I can make sure to give you your birthday shout outs, because I love to make sure y'all get your praise and your love on this channel as well. And I got to get back on doing that. So please, please, please hold me accountable. Put your birthdays in the comment section, and I'll make sure to tell y'all below. However, with all that being said, guys, that does it for today's video. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell at the bottom so you can always be notified of when these videos are dropping. Next, comment below and let me know. One, what record did you not know about just now that we talked about today? What record shocked you the most? Two, are you excited for Jalen Coker's return? And if so, what do you think is the ideal receiver lineup that would include him? What's a receiver lineup you would like to see where he's included? And three, hey, who y'all still think? We're almost a third into fantasy season. Who y'all still think is going to take the fantasy championship when it's all said and done? Do you think anybody at the bottom can make a comeback? Do you think it's possible? Let me know in the comment section below, because at the end of the day, what do I know? I'm just a skinny brother with two tats. Peace, brother, all you Panther Nation. Take care, later days, and as always, keep pounding. I'll see you next time.